Hello friends, welcome to lecture series on data entry skill test, that is DEST for SSC CGL exam presented by W. We are now in the fourth lecture, that is the best strategy to crack DEST. So in the last lecture we have covered the most common doubts that most of the aspirants will have and we have answered them all. Now let's get into the best strategy part. First we'll look at how to learn typing. So before going into that aspect, let me stress on one thing. A professional typist speed is around 80 words per minute. But whereas SSC CGL requires you to have a speed of around 27 words per minute. What I would like to say here is you need not master typing, you just need to learn typing. So do not try to waste your time on to master typing. Once you learn the basics of typing, then you can just practice to get the speed. That's all is enough to qualify this exam. Okay. So now let's come to how to learn typing. As you all know, there are many tools, many softwares, many websites which offer typing lessons. However, we have done our research and found two websites to be really nice to learn typing. One is indiatyping.com and one is Typing Master. So you can use any of these two softwares or websites to learn typing. You will get all the learning basics. From there you can start practicing and improve your typing speed. Okay, you can go through them. You can go to the websites. There you will find good modules to learn typing. So if it's a starting point to you, please go through them. That will really help you to get all the basics right. Next, keyboard. So keyboard is the most important tool of this preparation, the only tool to be frank, right? So if you get this keyboard of a very poor quality, then it might affect your typing speed. So you need to have a standard keyboards of good quality so that resembles your real exam keyboard. Okay, so get a standard quality keyboard before you start practicing. So again, there are a lot of keyboards available in market. So again, we have gone through all those things. We have found that these four keyboards are really nice, which matches our requirement. So you can buy any of this. We have also provided Amazon links so that you can directly buy from those links. Okay, so again, I'm stressing keyboard is very important. Have a good standard quality keyboard. So now once we have seen how to learn typing and what is the importance of keyboard, now let's go into how to practice typing. See, what we believe is if you have good practice sets and a real exam atmosphere, then that would be a perfect practice for you. So for you to have a real exam type and level, have good practice sets which resemble exam type and exam level. Okay, and do your practice in a software which resembles the real exam software. Do not use MS Word. Use Notepad and WordPad as we have seen before, right? WordPad and Notepad are very similar to the softwares which are used in the exam. And use MS Word only for correcting purpose. Do not use it for initial typing purpose, as it has many other extra features like it will start auto correcting, it will start underlining mistakes and so on, which doesn't happen in real exam, right? The next thing is looking from a printout. So take printout of a practice set and then type, because that's how you get in real exam, right? So that would really help. Next is having a good quality keyboard, which we have seen in the last slide. So let's look at a small demo on how to practice in WordPad and how to check it on MS Word, and finally how to calculate error. Okay, so first have a good practice set and open WordPad, and most importantly set timer, because this exam is for 15 minutes. Set timer for 15 minutes. So this is a practice sheet which we have taken from our ebook, which we'll discuss in the next lecture. And once you open WordPad and set timer, start the timer and start taking the exam. So while taking the test, use the time, follow the time sincerely. So use the entire 15 minutes and stop the test immediately after 15 minutes. And the second important thing is, as I have told you before, try to take a printout of the practice set as it would resemble real exam, right? And the third thing is the most important thing, that if you finish off typing the entire passage in less than 15 minutes, do not stop the test. Utilize the entire 15 minutes. So utilize the remaining time to check if there are any mistakes. Try to again go through it, read the entire thing which you have typed and see whether you have committed any mistakes and then correct them. That's how you should do in real exam also, so that your accuracy should be maximized, right? If your percentage error is very much higher, then you might be disqualified. So always use that extra time to verify the mistakes. Okay, now checking on MS Word. Once you are done with typing on WordPad, copy paste the text you have typed in WordPad into MS Word. It will help you identify some mistakes like grammatical mistakes, spelling mistakes and all very quickly. So first, using MS Word help, first highlight all those mistakes which are highlighted by MS Word. Then again go on line by line checking with the sheet what mistakes you made. So this exercise is very important. Let me stress you on this once again, because if you do this multiple times, even in real exam, you will be able to spot your mistakes very quickly. That's why we stress on this thing, that you should correct your sheets. You should only correct your sheets. So even while taking test, in the remaining time, you should be able to quickly identify those mistakes and correct them. So this exercise will help you in identifying the mistakes faster. Okay. So now once you are done with identifying all the mistakes, now you can calculate the total error based on what we have discussed in the second lecture, right? And then you can compute the percentage error by using the formula which we have seen in the second lecture. So this is how you should do the practice sets. Okay. And few important points to note. One is, count all the half mistakes also as full mistakes during practice, so that's to have a higher safety level, right? So even count half mistakes as full mistakes, and also then try to get the error as low as possible. And the second important point is, always aim to get an error which is at least 2% less than the cutoff. Like if you are in unreserved category, your cutoff is generally 5%. So try to aim less than 3% error in practice sets. So this will keep you at a safer level, and you can be confident that you can crack this exam if you are achieving that levels, right? So this is what we believe is the perfect way to practice, and if you follow this, we are sure you will get good results. Okay. So let's quickly go through few tips which you have already seen. Let's summarize. The first thing is, always count even half mistakes as full mistakes and try to keep the percentage error at least 2 points below the cutoff, so as to be at a safer level and be confident. And the second thing is, keep a timer and stick to time limit, which is very important. Make a habit of sticking to time limit right from practice sets itself. And the third thing is, if you finish the test early, use that time to find and correct the errors, right? Use that time to find and correct the errors, and you have to make this a habit so as to quickly identify errors even in real exam. Okay. And fourth point is, it's not just speed, accuracy is equally important. It doesn't really matter even if you finish the exam in 8 minutes or 10 minutes or 12 minutes. All it matters is what percentage error did you get. So if your percentage error is well below the cutoff, you are qualified, otherwise you won't be, right? So accuracy is really important. So these are the tips which you must follow. Apart from this, there are few other tips to improve your speed and accuracy, but these are optional. It's good if you follow them, but even if it's not possible, that's okay. So the first thing is, try not to look at keyboard much. This will save a lot of time. So if you start typing without looking at keyboards, that will really save a lot of time, but to achieve this you need a lot of practice. Okay. But again, I would like to stress that even by looking at keyboard, you still can achieve good speeds, but if you can get to this stage, that's helpful. That's it. The second thing is, while chatting with your friends, try to chat in full length words and statements rather than in shortcuts like this. So this will help in two things. One, it will again improve your speed, and the second most important thing is, you won't make a habit of typing shortcuts even in real exam. There are few candidates who did this in past, and obviously they suffered a lot. So try not to chat in shortcuts at least few days or months before exam, so that you won't get into that habit. Okay. So we have looked at a lot about how to learn typing, practice typing. Maybe you might start feeling okay, typing is not so difficult, I can learn. Yeah, definitely typing is easy, but one thing I would like to stress on is, you can't learn it in one day or one night. Okay. Typing requires a lot of practice, but it's easy, anyone can learn it, but you need to spend a lot of time to learn typing. Okay. So that's it. We would like to conclude this chapter here. So the best strategy to crack this typing test is to give it enough time. That's what we would say. You have to give enough time to practice it, to learn it. Only then you can achieve that speed. You can't do it in one night by following any shortcuts. Okay. So in the next lecture, we'll talk about an ebook which contains 75 practice sets of DEST for SSC CGL. So that's it for this lecture, and thank you so much for being with me in this lecture. If you really like this video, please do like it, so that it will let us know that you really liked our efforts. And please do share this video with your friends so that they'll also get benefited from this. and please do subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss on any of the future updates. Okay, so we are coming up with many new videos in the future, so if you want to be updated on all this, please do subscribe to this channel. And that's it. Thank you so much and have a nice day.